This morning I have two items of interest I would like to share with you. In the app, The Next Door, the pastor of Ebenezer United Methodist Church, Reverend Sheila Crow, asked the question to the community how COVID-19 was affecting them. This is the church that is down the street on Stanton Road. I was surprised by the response. One person was having a hard time being home every day for weeks on end, fearful of going out into public even with a face mask. Another person talked about recently losing their spouse and had to go through grief during the stay-at-home order alone. Another person discussed the feeling of being an essential worker and the fear of giving COVID-19 to their children. We're not alone. I would like to thank Reverend Crow for building our community. The second item of interest that I would like to talk to you about is I read an article Wednesday in the Washington Post entitled, quote, "I tweeted about my mother's COVID-19 diagnosis and then spiritual floodgates opened" by Mark Thyssen. He sent out a tweet to pray for his mother, who was 91 in the hospital in New York with COVID-19. He described the responses. People he knew but had been competitors, and people he didn't know all sent him prayers and support. He was overwhelmed by the response. He remembered a national prayer memorial service in which the homily was given by Monsignor Charles Pope. Monsignor Pope said, "I have often thought that one of the joys of heaven will be that we'll be able to see what a difference our prayers made." He said that day, "I think in heaven we'll see that we changed world history by our prayers working with God's grace." We're going to find out that hearts were changed, enemies were reconciled, and communities were renewed and families were restored because we prayed. He ended by quoting an old gospel song. Somebody prayed for me, had me on their mind, took the time and prayed for me. I'm so glad they prayed.